Now we have 3 items for resolutions of intent for Yuba City Landscape Maintenance Districts. First one is for number 1. And as the way this works is if any one of us live in any of the districts that we're about to vote on, we are required, obviously, to recuse ourselves.
Through the mayor,
Yes, sir.
I live in one of those areas
All right. We'll
for
come
this
get you as soon
first
as we're
time,
done.
so I'm going to go to the back room.
All right.
Councilmember Boomgarden, do you live in District 1 or in Districts 2 through 4?
Number 1.
Number 1, thank you.
Item number 12, yeah.
That's item 12. Oh, yeah.
I guess, Mr. Mayor, I would need clarification because I can't remember the map if I live in one of these.
Well, they're telling us here, apparently you and I both have to recuse at the next item.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So they're taking care of us. Yeah. So for number 12, this is why we're separating them out. Go for it, Ben.
All right, so the items before you are somewhat procedural. The next 3 items, really similar. We broke them up to facilitate the quorum and having it. So this first item is specific to the Lighting and Landscape Maintenance District for District 1. And so the city annually levies taxes on the property to sustain our lighting and landscape maintenance district. So when those properties were developed, there's a Lighting Act, California Lighting Act 1972, that lets, through a protest ballot, that establishes improvements and then a cost to annually levy to facilitate those improvements, which the city coordinates. And so with this, District 1 is somewhat special, where it is one of the districts that we have, Stabler Lane, this North Stabler Lane area, and then this 1B, the Garden Highway area, that don't have a COLA provision. So that's a cost of living adjustment. Is a generic time frame for that. Where all of our new light landscape maintenance districts that we establish, we make sure we put that inflation factor in there. And so for many years now, unfortunately, without that inflation factor, costs continue to rise. For those districts without the ability to increase costs to offset them. And so this district has struggled to keep up with the costs, and it has subsequently been subsidized at different points, and staff has really pushed in the last few years to look at ways, particularly in the Garden Highway area, where to minimize those costs, where we've downsized the water meter sizes to try to offset costs, shut the water off for 4 to 5 months out of the year, and really look to fine tune where different funding sources could cover different areas. And so with that, this proposal, it continues on the maximum levy that has been going on, where it's around $29 in the 1B area and $56 in this area, and it follows the procedural steps to adopt the resolutions to continue the maintenance district with 3 different resolutions, and then to set a public hearing for August 20th, where we'll put notice out 10 days beforehand in the paper to give any residents opportunity to discuss it. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions and propose that you move forward with staff recommendation.
All right. Any member of the public care to comment? Oh, bring it back to council.
Through the mayor?
Yep.
I move that we adopt a resolution to continue the maintenance district pursuant to Landscape and Lighting Act of 72 as prescribed per staff, and set a public hearing for August 20th, 2019 at 6 p.m. to establish assessments for fiscal year 1920.
I second.
First and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? None. Thank you very much.